In this video, we'll be talking about simplifying expressions. To simplify expressions, we'll combine, which means add or subtract, the like terms only. Like terms. What are like terms? Let's see some examples. Like terms can be any number multiplied by the same exact kind of variable. Let's say a few examples of x terms can be negative 4x, negative 4 times x, or it could be positive 2, but it has to be the same x, or maybe negative x, which it means negative 1x with an hidden coefficient. If the variable is by itself, it's one of its kind. Hidden identity, negative 1. Let's say y terms. Y terms are numbers multiplied by the y variable. Negative 8y, positive 3y, maybe positive y, which implies 1y in combining. X squared terms are numbers multiplied by the variable to the second power. It's not the same as the x, it's different term, so we're recording it separately. So let's say negative 5x squared can only be combined with another of its kind. Let's say positive 2x squared or 7x squared. Number multiplied by the same type of variable to the same power. If the power is not the same, the little terms are not alike. Let's say y squared terms. Negative 6y squared, a number multiplied by the variable to the second power, is a separate kind of term, y squared term. Plus 3y squared or negative y squared, which implies that negative 1 times y squared. Constants are the numbers by themselves. So constants, we don't multiply by variables. Constants are just numbers like negative 10, negative 5, positive 4, positive 1. Constants are numbers. They can be combined to each other, but not to any of the other terms. So when we simplify expressions, we can combine, add or subtract, the like terms only, the same kind with the same kind. We cannot combine an x term with a y term, or we cannot combine an x term with a constant. To simplify, we look for lookalikes and add them or subtract them. Only the same kind, like terms, can be added or subtracted. Different? No. So for example, I have an expression, negative 4 plus 2x minus 6 plus 4y minus 7x plus 9. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. What kind of terms do I have? I have a constant x term, another constant y term, x term, and a constant. So we need to identify what kind of terms we have. It's important to notice that every single term must have a sign in front, like negative 4, positive 2x, so the x terms I have, the x terms in my first column, positive 2x, and negative 7x. The sign in front belongs to the term. For the y terms, I have positive 4y, For the constants I like to circle the constants, including their sign. -4, -6, and +9. So in order to simplify the expression, we identify what kind of terms we have because only the like terms can be combined together. So these two can be combined together, x terms. The y term is all by itself, so it will be part of the answer as well. And the constants right here can be combined together. Combine means add or subtract. So positive 2x with -7x, different sign we subtract. Keep the sign of bigger number. That will be -5x. Plus 4y, and then negative and negative, same sign, add the numbers, keep the sign. We have -10, and -10 plus 9 is -1. So my final answer is -5x plus 4y minus 1. The combined like terms, -5x plus 4y minus 1. So the expression is simplified. It is made a little bit shorter. I cannot solve it. It's not an equation. All I can do is simplify it, shorten it. Let's see a few other examples. So I have 8, which is positive. Always make sure you have a sign in front of a number. If it's missing, it implies positive. -3x, +4x, and +12. What kind of terms do I have? Let's circle all that apply here. So I have x terms, no x squared, no y's, no y squared, and I have constants. So I have two types of terms in this expression. I have x terms and I have constants. I don't have anything else. My x terms are -3x and +4x. Those two can be combined together. My constants are +8 and +12. Those two can be combined together. We can only combine like terms. Negative and positive, different signs subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, 1x. Positive and positive, we add, positive must have that sign, 20 plus 20. The final answer, 1x plus 20, can be also written as x plus 20, that hidden coefficient of 1 times x equals x. -3x plus 4y, +5x, and -3. Let's see what kind of terms do we have. We have x terms, no x squared terms. We do have y term, no y squared, and we do have constants. So we have three types of terms. In simplifying expressions, first identify the terms that are being used, so make sure that you clearly see how many you have and what kind. We can only add and subtract the like terms. It's important, they have to be alike. We need to arrange the terms in alphabetical order. The constant is always at the end. So if we have different letters, the arrangement of the answer has to be done alphabetically. If you have terms with different powers, which we'll have in the next examples, we go with the highest power first. So we arrange the terms in respect of powers. So there we go. We have x, y, and constants. In alphabetical order, that will be x term, y term, and constants only at the end, always at the end. My x terms are negative 3x and positive 5x. My y term is the only one here, plus 4y, so it has nothing to be combined with. And the negative 3 is the only constant. So after I regrouped my terms in alphabetical order, I only combine the ones that are alike. Negative 3 plus 5, different sign subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, so positive 2x. And then the other two just come down, lined up properly for the simplified answer. 2x plus 4y minus 3. That's your simplified expression. We cannot combine anything anymore because now we have 3 terms remaining and they're all different. If in the expression we have double signs, rewrite it first. So I have positive, and I'll write immediately 1y, negative 4x, positive 5. And right here it's important, positive 2x, minus minus makes plus, and minus or negative 3y. So before you identify your like terms and start grouping them, you must have one sign, only one sign in front of each term. What kind of terms do we have? We have x terms, we have y terms. I'll underline them with 2 lines, so it's different. No y squares, and I always circle my constants, including that sign. In alphabetical order, we have x terms, y terms, and constants. The x terms are, with their sign, again, negative 4x plus 2x. The y terms, positive 1y and negative 3y. And then the only constant is positive 5. X terms together, y terms together, and the constant. Simplify by combining the like terms. Negative and positive we subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, so negative 2x. Positive 1 with negative 3, subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, that will be minus 2y. Negative 1 minus, positive 1 minus 3 is negative 2. And the 5 with its sign comes down for the final answer, negative 2x minus 2y plus 5. The expression is simplified, the like terms are combined. Final answer. Here's a little expression. We have 6, which is positive. Always put a sign in front of the term. Every single term has to have one sign in front. So what do we have here? We have an x term, positive 2x. No x squared, no y's, no y squared. And we have 2 constants, positive 6 and negative 3. So we have x terms and constants. No y terms, no other kind. Positive 2x, my x term, positive 6 and negative 3 are the constants. Positive 2x has nothing to be combined with, but positive 3 minus positive 6 minus 3, different signs subtract, or plus 3. Here's your simplified expression, 2x plus 3, where we could only combine the constants. By looking at my terms, I see double sign. So first, right away, expression needs to be written with one sign in front of a term. So negative 4x, positive 2x squared, minus constant 1, and plus or positive 6x squared. So this time we have x terms and x squared terms. We don't have any y's or y squares, and we have constant. So if we have different powers involved, highest power goes first. Highest power takes the priority. Then negative 4x is the lower power, which is different term from x squared and the constant. So highest power first, x squared term, then the lower power, x term, and then the constant. Constants are always at the end. For the x squared terms, I have positive 2x squared and positive 6x squared. Negative 4x is by itself different, and negative 1 is by itself different. So all I can do is combine these two x squared terms. Positive and positive, we add them. 2 plus 6, 8. And then we bring down the minus 4x and minus 1. For the final answer, 8x squared minus 4x minus 1. Simplify the expression. All we can do is combine like terms if you have them and stop. There's nothing else can be done. So remember the steps: identifying the terms being used, add or subtract the ones that are alike, so only the like terms. Arrange the terms in alphabetical order. And if you have terms with different powers, the highest power goes first. Negative 6x squared, I spot my highest power that I have. Negative 1x and negative 2x are my x terms. And then I have constants, negative 4 and positive 9. No y terms involved. So I have x squared, x, and constant. The x squared term is by itself here, negative 6x squared. The x terms are negative 1x and negative 2x. And the constants are negative 4 and positive 9. Make sure we picked up all of them. Negative 6x squared. 2x terms here are negative 1x and negative 2x, and negative 4 and positive 9 for the constants. Negative 6x squared cannot be combined with anything, it's all alone. The 2x terms, negative and negative, add the numbers, keep the sign, negative 3x. And for the constants, we have positive 5. Different sign, subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. And that's your final answer. Negative 6x squared minus 3x plus 5. At this point, if you pause the video and try the last problems we have here, that would be great. Then check your answers with me or go along. Number 4 is positive. Rewrite plus or positive 2y plus 3 minus 7y. No x terms, no x squared. We have y terms, no y squared, and we have constants. So we have the y terms and constants, nothing else. Positive 2y with negative 7y can be combined, and positive 4 with positive 3 can be combined. Different sign subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, negative 5y plus 7. The remaining two terms are not alike, so we stop right there. The expression is simplified. Looks like after 7 we have 9. We skipped 8. But anyways, highest power of y terms, we have y squared. No x terms, no x squared. Next will be the y, and then the constants. Highest power takes priority, then the lower power, and constants always at the end. So negative 4y squared plus 5y squared. For the y term, we have positive 7y by itself, and the constants plus 2 minus 3. Negative and positive subtract, keep the sign of bigger number. Positive 1y, or just y squared, plus 7y. We keep the variable. Different sign subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number. That would be negative 1. So for the final answer, I'll record 1y squared, which again, 1 multiplied by anything is the same thing. I can hide it. Plus 7y minus 1 is the simplified expression. In alphabetical order, in this situation we only have y. Highest power has to go first, then lower, then constant. Positive 1x. Everything invisible needs to be made visible so we can see the value. Negative 6 for the constant, positive 8x, and then plus 2 for the last constant. If you have double signs involved, always change to 1. We have x terms and constants. Nothing else. For the x terms, I have positive 1x and positive 8x. For the constants, I have negative 6 and positive 2. 9x, 1 plus 8, and negative 4 or minus 4 for negative 6 plus 2. Different signs, subtract, give the sign of the bigger number. And here's your final answer, 9x minus 4. When we simplify expressions, we can only combine the like terms.